and welcome to the Cyber News. I'm Shantae, and I'm here to make sure you're equipped with the knowledge you need to stay safe and secure in this digital age. So, if you ever use the internet, shopped online, or checked your email, then the Cyber News with Shantae is for you. Now, I'm here to keep you in the loop on what's happening in the digital world, from things like online scams to tips for keeping your personal information safe. So don't forget to like, subscribe, comment down below to stay in the know. So let's jump in. Now, what I want to talk about today is the Bank of America data breach. A couple of days ago, this story first broke about the data breach that occurred with Bank of America, and actually, it was one of their partners. So, I actually found the article on Forbes. I will link this article down in the description below. But pretty much in recent news about this data breach at Bank of America, it sounds alarming because I'm going to break it down for you, especially if you're not familiar with what's happening and what's been happening with Bank of America. So first things first, I want to say that if you don't know what a data breach is when hackers get unauthorized access to sensitive information. So in this case, personal details were released regarding your name, address, social security number, and your financial information was exposed in this breach. Now, you might be wondering how this happened. Well, if we go a little bit further into this article, it talks about how Bank of America is working with this other company with for its services, and it's called Infosys McCamish Systems, or IMS. So, unfortunately, the service provider that provides services for Bank of America got hacked, and that's how your information got into the wrong hands. And on top of that, it doesn't even stop there. So while this is happening, there's a group out there, a criminal group called Lockbit. And what they did was they typically take advantage of situations like this to make money using ransomware. So you're probably wondering, like, what is ransomware, Shantae? I don't even know what you're talking about. So just think of ransomware like a digital kidnapping, pretty much. What happens is it's a malicious software that hackers use to lock up your files or even your whole system, demanding money or ransom. That's where you get ransomware from, to unlock them. So, what happens with this if you don't pay the ransom? Well, what happens typically is if you don't pay the ransom, they will release the information online on the dark web for everyone to see. It will be made public knowledge. So it's pretty much up to the company whether or not they want to pay the ransom. But in this case with the data breach, I didn't see anywhere where it talked about Bank of America paid the ransom. So if there's no indication that they paid it, if they didn't, then more than likely your information is released if you're part of it. And the article shows that there's over 57,000 people who were affected by this data breach. Interestingly enough, so Bank of America actually serves 69 million clients at over 3,800 retail financial centers, 15,000 ATMs in the US, and more than 35 countries. So this is how widespread this could be. Um, so again, information that was released, name, addresses, social security numbers, date of birth, financial information, including account numbers and credit card numbers, were exposed in this data breach. The Attorney General of Maine revealed a total of 57,028 people were directly impacted by this exposure. IMS was first compromised November 3rd. On November 24th, IMS informed Bank of America that they were impacted by the data breach. So just look at the span of time. November 4th, Lockbit, the ransomware criminal gang, claimed that they were the ones behind the IMS incident. So they notified, they exposed themselves and said that they were behind it on November 4th. Here we are in February and it's just being released to the public. Now, just to backtrack a little bit about Lockbit, the criminal gang, they extorted at least 91 million from US organizations following roughly 1700 attacks since 2020. They extorted at least 91 million in cryptocurrency and Bitcoin. That is a lot. So that just to, give you an idea of what's going on. So now what does this mean for you? Because again, I talked about how that your information was already released. So what does this mean for you? Bank of America, so what typically happens is not just Bank of America, but majority of the companies, when they get compromised and your information is exposed, they will provide free monitoring services. In this case, Bank of America is offering 2 years of Experian Identity Works, their theft protection program, which will give you access to your credit report every day for free, and monitoring from Experian, Equifax, and TransUnion identity theft resolution, among other services. You get this free for 2 years. So if you want to claim the offer, again, I'm going to link the article in the description below. Just click on the enroll online link, or you can call Experian Identity Works. You'll need the activation code from Bank of America, which I don't know if you've been notified. If you believe that you have been exposed or you are a part of this, you can contact Bank of America for more information regarding that. And again, I talked about the timing. They mentioned that in the article. There was no, they didn't receive any comments from Bank of America or IMS regarding the time frame. Because again, remember, they were compromised November 3rd. It's February. Time is critical. It tells you that here. Time is critical. You need to know as soon as possible when your information is exposed, because identity theft is on the rise. And I'm going to do another video about that. So, again, what does this mean for you? It's essential to understand that your information could be at risk. Identity theft and fraud are real possibilities when hackers get access to your data. So, what can you do about it? First, what you want to do is keep an eye on your bank accounts and your credit cards for any suspicious activity. If you notice anything unusual, report it to your bank immediately. Second, be cautious about sharing personal information online with companies. Only provide what's necessary and always double check the security measures that they have in place. And lastly, stay informed. Okay, keep up with the news about cybersecurity and learn how you can protect yourself better. Knowledge is power when it comes to keeping your information safe. So, in conclusion, while the news of the data breach can be unsettling for people, there are steps that you can take to protect yourself. Stay vigilant, be cautious with your information, and stay informed. You can reduce the risk of falling victim to cybercrime. Remember, your financial security is worth the effort. So if you found value in this information, again, make sure you like, subscribe, comment down below. I'm going to be releasing some more information related to cyber attacks, what you need to know, how you're affected as a consumer. But otherwise, that's it for me for now. Thank you for watching the video. I appreciate it, and I'll see you next time. Bye, guys.